Hi, everybody. Welcome to Soul to Soul. I am Kelly, Medium Kelly Kristin, and tonight I have a very special guest, the Reverend Stacy Christopher.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Thanks for joining me tonight.
Thanks for inviting me. I don't get out much, so this is fun.
It's awesome. Happy winter solstice, everybody. Stacy and I were talking the other day about the little cartoon, Little Bear, right? Yeah. Brings back memories. We both have kids, so we were both, watch that all the time. And it gave us the idea to talk about winter solstice. So,
yeah, I love that because that was very sort of sneakily pagan of them, right? To talk about winter solstice. It was like, wow, okay, it's not Christmas or Hanukkah. It's bears celebrating winter solstice, which is fantastic.
It's great. And also, it brought in things for kids to do with feeding the animals, the candles. It's really beautiful. So what is winter solstice, right? The shortest day of the year, longest night. It's where we look forward to bringing in the light.
Right. It's that moment of balance, right? When the day and night are the same length, but the days are going to start getting longer. And so we're inviting more light into our life and leaving behind some of that darkness that we may have been experiencing or feeling stuck with.
Right. And, we talked about how can we bring in the light, for ourselves, right? So we talked about doing that by connecting with ourselves first, right? Bring in the soul, or bring in the light into our soul.
Well, it's already there.
Right.
And we call in more. And when we focus on that light within us, and we just breathe into it, and you feel it getting bigger and brighter, filling up the space around us, and breathing into it, calling it forth, loving it, letting it reveal itself, letting it get bigger and bigger. And that's really the beginning of any kind of spiritual work, whether it's psychic or mediumship or just getting through your day,
Right. And the more light that we are able to bring into, or not bring into ourselves, but emit, the more light we attract, right?
Because we can only see what we're looking with, right? So if we're looking from a place of light, then we're able to see more light and draw more light to ourselves and be that bright space that the world needs right now. So.
Yeah. And it also comes almost right about the time where we're thinking about New Year's resolutions, right? So it's almost like a prequel to our New Year's resolutions, a time where, I don't know about you, but I like to think about it as letting go of things that are heavy. Talk about being light, right? Letting go of things that are heavy for us and setting the intent to bring in things that are light, that will lighten us.
Yeah. And make us happier and brighter. And I think, well, I'll speak for myself. I usually, in the past, would do New Year's resolutions as a way to punish myself because I've screwed up so badly during the year, right? It's like, oh God, all of a sudden I have to lose 50 pounds and go to the gym and do all these things. And, a week into it, I'd already screwed it up and then I was mad at myself again. So I've come to realize that it's a process of starting to let go of the things that no longer serve me. And then I'm a little lighter and happier and able to move into something that serves me better. And so I think that solstice can be sort of like a dry run. What do you think for New Year's resolutions?
Yeah.
Instead of sitting down with a long list, coming from a place of balance, like I'm gonna put this down so that I can pick up something better.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times we want to drag in the past year into our new year. But if we can start now, before actually the new year begins, by letting go of, anything we don't want anymore, anything we don't need, anything that'll make us more shiny and bright, and so that we can attract those things into our lives.
One thing that came up for me when you were saying that just now, a habit that I'm ready to, if not get rid of all at once, because I know I won't be able to do that, but to sort of gradually cut back on so I can make room for something more productive, is doom scrolling on social media. I can get very down into that. And I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and suddenly, my thumb aches, and now it's dark outside. And how much time have I spent doing that I really could have been doing something more enlightening, or that would have made me feel happier and more useful.
Right. I mean, we do get caught up in the social media, and a lot of times it's not very light feeling for our soul, right? Yeah. So maybe we can start small. Say I'm going to start by cutting down how many minutes I'm on social media.
And do something fun, something fun. I'll have a plan for something fun to do during that time.
Yeah,
something that
I'd
like.
That.
Maybe not just punish myself by saying, no more TikTok, sis. I can say, instead of TikTok until my eyeballs fall out, I'll do TikTok for 10 minutes, and then I'll go take a walk outside and breathe some fresh air, or I'll, do something fun. Do something nice for myself.
That sounds like a great idea.
And make it easy, make it fun, because I think it's easy to punish ourselves and get hard on ourselves about, oh God, and I need to do it all at once. I need to have it all set in my long list of resolutions. And, I just always ended up feeling like more of a screw up because I didn't do any of my resolutions.
Right. I hear you. And maybe making it so it's something that is also makes you feel light as well. Like, I don't know, I think often about writing. If you can get it down, it's almost like you get that load off of your mind, off of your chest. That can also make you feel lighter, right? I don't know, what else? Can you think of something?
Now, do you get that feeling from writing if you're doing it on a keyboard? My, being on the older side, I still write with, pencil and paper like we did back in the old days with the dinosaurs. But that works better for me. I feel like almost it's like it goes down from my brain out onto the paper, and then I can put it away.
Yeah, for me, it has to be paper and pen, paper and pencil, just getting it out. Even if you write it down and then destroy it, like with the candle, right? You talk about light.
That's a great
with
ritual.
A flame. Yeah. Letting that go. Getting it off your mind, getting it off your chest, off your heart. Yeah. Opens up the space for more light from within.
I know people who write letters to themselves at the end of the year too, like to their future self, to read next New Year's Eve.
That's beautiful.
And then you can check up with that and read your one from last year.
That's really great.
Set some goals that are attainable, because I know I used to be like, oh, by the end of the year, I'm going to be rich and famous and thin and probably married to George Clooney.
Right.
But maybe something in that direction, baby steps. I think it's all about, taking the first step is always the hardest part.
For sure.
Break it down. How would it look?
And I kind of get the feeling, call me psychic, but I kind of get the feeling that 2023 is going to be refreshing.
I'm for that.
Right? I feel like it's going to actually be a lighter year. I hope it's going to be a lighter year. I'm going to set the intent.
There you go.
That it's going to be, for me, a lighter year. So I'm going to just put that trust in myself and in spirit and my loved ones, angels, whomever wants to help me.
That's another thing about focusing on the light within ourselves. I think that with any spiritual work, the more light and bright we become, we really become more of who we spiritually are, spiritual beings having a physical experience, right? The more we can focus on that spiritual aspect, the more that spiritual energy we draw to ourselves, the easier it is for our loved ones in spirit to communicate with us and for us to see light everywhere we look.
I love that. And and it helps us to connect. Even if you're not, don't consider yourself a psychic medium, you can still practice this, right? Your light will attract your loved ones to you. And gosh, where did our time go? That went
right.
by.
I was going to say, we were thinking, what are we going to talk about for 15 minutes? And here we are.
So if you would like to speak with us further, you can reach Stacey at
thebloomingmystic.com or on Facebook.
And for me, I'm under medium Kelly Kristin, Kelly with a Y, Kristin IN. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It was so much fun. Thank you, Stacey, for being here.
This was super fun. My resolution is to post more on Instagram because I haven't started doing that. So
awesome.
Hold me to it.
Awesome. So hopefully everyone work on connecting to yourself, shining your light, shine it bright. Any other last words?
Because the light in you is beautiful. Mm-hmm. Let everybody see it. We can see it from here and we love it.
Amazing. Thank you.